Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Barry K. Brown, the Killer Poet, and today I want to share with you the biggest mistakes I've made as a beginning copywriter, as a budding copywriter, when I was just cutting my teeth, getting started in the industry. These are some of the biggest mistakes I've made, and hopefully by sharing these mistakes, I'll either relate to some of you veterans out there who made some of the same mistakes, or I'll prevent some of you newer guys from making the same mistakes. So let's get right into it. The first mistake I say I made as a beginning copywriter was not treating myself as my most important client, not treating building my business as my most important work, right? Uh, Once I started getting a few clients, after a while I got comfortable and I started prioritizing my clients' work over the work of building my business. And as a result, I lost my domain name, which took me 2 years to recover. And so, the last 2 years of reputation building, authority building through my website, 2 years of whatever revenue I could have generated through the website, just a huge mistake. Not maintaining, not prioritizing my own business over my client's work. So, do that. Whatever systems that you're building to generate leads for yourself and to fulfill on your deliverables, prioritize building and refining those systems over whatever results you promised your clients, honestly. Honestly. Because as long as you have a system, you can keep going. But if you don't put in the work to maintain the system and your system falls apart, like, you lose all forward momentum, and it's just going to take time, energy, resources to rebuild it and get it started again. And you don't want to have to go through that process. It's very painful. So prioritize yourself. Be your most important client, you and your business. Build your systems and keep building your systems. Prioritize building your systems over fulfilling on your clients' work. All right. The second mistake I say I made as a beginner copywriter is not being consistent. So I'll say there are a few factors that go into this, right? Like, the fact that I wasn't consistent has a lot to do with the fact that I let my business fall apart. That was the fact that I didn't prioritize myself as a business, right? So that has a lot to do with why I was inconsistent. But still, even then, like, I had other options, other opportunities to do something and do it consistently, but I didn't, man. I didn't. And so what that does is it hurts you and your reputation. First, it makes it very difficult to build and maintain momentum if you're inconsistent. Number two, you hurt your credibility to yourself and to your clients, right? Because you keep telling yourself that you're going to do something, and each time you break a promise to yourself, you start to trust yourself a little bit less, right? So you believe yourself a little less the next time you say you're going to do something, which makes you even less likely to complete that next thing. So it's very important that you keep your promises to yourself. And then the fact that you were inconsistent also reflects poorly in the eyes of your potential clients, right? Because they see, oh, this guy's inconsistent, right? He's like all over the place, can't keep himself together. So, yeah, maintain consistency, whatever it is, whatever you're doing, be consistent with it. Keep going until you see results. Be persistent, be consistent. Keep showing up, and things will change for you. Things will happen eventually. All right, and the last mistake I say I made as a beginning copywriter is just letting fear, being guided by fear, living out of fear. Um, so, because I I didn't prioritize my business and I was inconsistent, I experienced very difficult times in my life, right? But what kept me stuck in those times was the fear, a fear I had. fear of being judged by others, fear of actually succeeding in what I said I want to do, imposter syndrome, fear of being judged by others. So there are a lot of fears that held me back too, that kept me from taking advantage of opportunities, pursuing bigger opportunities, being resourceful. Like when you're living through fear, it's hard to be resourceful, right? Because your mind is so preoccupied with whatever you're afraid of, worrying about whatever you're afraid of, is you don't have the mental resources to think of solutions to your problems. So you're less resourceful as a person whenever you succumb to fear. So yeah, just whatever you got to do, find a way to move past your fears. Don't let that hold you back as a copywriter. Fear of imposter syndrome, fear of being judged, fear of succeeding, fear of whatever it is. Like, figure it out and then move past it because that's holding you back. And you don't want to make that mistake. Don't make that mistake. It'll cost you time, money, energy, a whole bunch of stuff. And you only have one life, man. You only have one life. I want you to enjoy it while you're here. So, Barry K. Brown, the Killer Poet. Hopefully you guys learned something from this video. 3 mistakes I made as a budding copywriter. I hope you haven't made these mistakes in your career, and I hope you never will. So, you guys have a great day. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.